So now that all the NSL, Northern Super League logos have been unveiled, I'm going to discuss each one and dissect the ones I like from the ones I don't like and which ones need improvement. Starting off with the first club to unveil their logo, Calgary Wild. Now this Calgary Wild logo, it looks big, bold, clear. What more could you want? My one feature that I like is that it looks fierce and with that big red W that just pops out at you straight away. Because the W means wild. Couldn't be any more crystal clear, really. That's one logo I like. Now, on to the next one. AFC Toronto were the second club to unveil their logo. Now, a Toronto side with a prominent T. We've seen that somewhere before, haven't we? Yes. Toronto FC of the MLS. Now, one thing I don't like about this logo is that it has its team name around it. Although in the long term, I believe that will be removed to just show the T meaning for Toronto. But overall, it's big, it's clear. What else is right or wrong about this? How would you improve this logo? For me, yeah, as I just said, in the long term, the team name will be dropped in favour of just the T. Right, Halifax Tides were the third club to unveil their logo, and for me, it's doing a bit too much. Like, I thought it would be a bit more simpler, but it's just doing too much for me. Also, it reminds me of the old Boston Breakers. Does anyone remember them? Well, for me, I don't watch women's football from the States, but the only reason why I remember Boston Breakers is because Alex Scott used to play for them. So that's the way I that's the only reason why I remember Boston Breakers. But anyway, the Halifax Tides logo, yeah, it does look a bit like Boston Breakers with the wave going through it, don't you think? And I think it's doing a bit too much. Like, I'm not sure how it could be simpler, so I'm going to push it off to you guys. How could the Halifax Tides logo be a bit simpler? Like, Ottawa Rapid. Now, if you thought that, hang on a minute, isn't that already a soccer club with the name Rapid? Yes, you're correct. They're from Colorado and they play in the MLS. But one thing I like about this logo is that it is the falcon. I think it's a falcon. What creature is it? I'm not sure. Like, is the creature coming out of the logo? So it's like that rather than it being inside the logo, because we've seen that far too many times with other clubs, like to Brighton and Chelsea, to name a few. I like that the creature comes out of the logo, and as the color itself, yes, I like the color as well because it shows us the color that the team will be wearing. Vancouver Rise were the fifth club to unveil their logo, and it's simple but effective. The main feature I like is that the rise is in bold lettering, so it jumps out at you immediately. Though, and another thing I like is the Whitecaps image at the top, which reminds me of the Vancouver Whitecaps of the MLS. Yes, quite a few clubs in this league reminds me of other teams in the MLS, but it is what it is, I guess. I think another thing is it just me, or does the color scheme remind anyone else of WNBA side like New York Liberty? I can't be the only one seeing that. Like, it's because of the color scheme, isn't it? Like, what's your thoughts on this logo? Lastly, Montreal Roses. What one of my thoughts on this logo? Again, simple but effective. The first time I saw this logo, the first thing that came to my head was Nisa side Flower City Union, and it's because of the color scheme. Like, the rose is a very similar color to to Flower City Union's logo, and also it reminds me of NWSL side. What's the name? Racing Louisville. That's the one. Because of the color of the rose, isn't it? I think one of my criticisms of that is that rather than seeing Montreal as MTL under roses, I would have liked to have seen Montreal above the roses. And another thing is, I would have also liked to have seen the rose under two sets of circles. And I know that's an overdone thing, but that although it doesn't look bad, though that's what I would have preferred to have seen. So that's it for my logo review for the NWSL. NWSL? NSL rather. Which one's your favourite? Which one do you like? Which one do you not like? Okay, one more thing though. They've called it the NSL, and yet their clubs are using football club rather than soccer club. That's something I don't get. Like, the MLS are doing that as well. Like, why call yourself Major League Soccer, and yet your football clubs are using the word football rather than soccer? That's something I don't get. Why? Why? I don't, honestly. Anyway. Although some clubs do use SC, soccer club, rather than FC. But, oh well, it is what it is. But anyway, which one's your favourite? Which one do you like? Which one do you not like? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below.